Hello everyone. So I wasn't actually planning to record an inZOI video until I had the full game, but my EA app was playing up a bit this morning, so I didn't feel like spending like an hour trying to get the Sims to work. It kept on saying I was offline and do I want to play offline? And I would say yes, and then it just wouldn't go into the game, and I didn't feel like spending the time trying to get it to work. And so here I am doing an inZOI video, and I've been playing around with the character studio quite a lot. The build studio, I went in and looked at it once, and I really struggled with the build demo. It took me ages just to figure out how to build a wall. I did like the customization of the furniture though, that was great. But yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with the build studio a bit more before I show you guys, because it really, I found it really difficult to use. Alright, so let's go into the character studio. I just wanted to show you today some customization which I've been having a lot of fun with, mainly with the clothing. So let's go into the character studio. Here is our Zoe, so we can change the gender from male to female. I'll just keep you as a male, and you can change the age group from child to teenager, young adults, middle-aged, and senior. And unfortunately we cannot change the profile, the traits. That's, I know in the previous demo when you could try it out for a week, I think last year sometime, I think it was in August, you could actually give your Zoe a trait, but it doesn't look like they've added it in this demo. But you can actually go into the studio and change the background, and you can even change the color if you just wanted to have a different color. Alright, I'll stick with that. You can play around with the lighting as well, and expressions. Alright, let's give you a smile, and you can play around with poses. I'm actually going to keep that pose because I wanted to show you some great features with customizing clothing. Alright, so let's close studio, and I'm going to change you back to a young adult because I'm really not okay with all your wrinkles. Alright, young adults. There is so much customization with this game. So if you go into the face, alright, let's get rid of these glasses so we can see all the ways you can edit Zoe's face. Alright, so let's get rid of the glasses, eyewear. There we go. I'm just using the mouse to the right button on the mouse to move our Zoe or our character. Okay, let's go back to face, and you can see here, if you just on basic editing and symmetry mode, you can adjust his jaw and all of these, make your ears a bit smaller. And if you go into detailed editing, you've got a lot more ways to play around. And don't forget as well to turn your Zoe around, because there's some extras that you don't see when you see with the ears, for instance. If you in this profile, you've only got this that you can adjust, but if you turn your Zoe around, there are much more ways to edit your Zoe. Alright, so as I said, I'm not going to play around too much with the face and the body. I wanted to show you all the exciting things I've been doing with the outfits. Alright, hair, definitely not. Oh no, that's okay. Alright, we'll leave that. Shall we give you a beard? No. Okay, that's alright. Now, I hate to compare to The Sims 4, but with The Sims 4, I don't enjoy Create a Sim at all. I always download my Sims from the gallery. I find The Sims 4 Create a Sim quite frustrating. My Sims never look the way I want them to. Whereas with this, I do feel that I can actually make kind of a decent looking character. I mean, I may not be the greatest, but I think it's just that there's so much customization. Alright, so I'm gonna leave his face. I'm okay with his face. Body. Alright, let's give you a bit of a body shape so we can increase your muscle and decrease your body weight. Oh, there we go. That's looking a bit better. Alright, now you look okay. body hair. And you can give the chest, arms, legs. And again, we've got all these little sliders that you can adjust. We can give him bigger arms. We can make him a bit broader. Make his chest a bit bigger. Adjust his back as well. Alright, I'm happy with this guy. Now we need to give him an outfit. Great, he's wearing a plain white t-shirt for his... I don't know what this is. Is this his... I don't know what that means. A day wear, everyday wear, work wear. We've got school, sleep wear. I don't know why this is in... It must be Korean. That's obviously a bug in their system. I hope they're going to fix that before Friday, because I don't understand what that says. Okay, so we've got this lovely white t-shirt. So if you go into tops, and there we go. So you can see that this is the t-shirt he is wearing, and you can play around with the color wheel. Now, not all of the clothing has a color wheel. There are some things, like this one doesn't have a color wheel, and you cannot play with the colors or the textures. Oh, undo. Alright, so if you in outfits and I'm going to use this white t-shirts. If you click on the color, I have textures uploaded already that I have. That's why I have my texture little icon. So if you click on color, you can actually customize the color of the clothing. So we've got a main color, and I think I'm going to move up the rainbow and give him a nice light blue t-shirts. Alright, so that's your main color, and then if you click on sub color, maybe green. There we go, and we'll leave the white trimming, and you can reset it if you don't like it, or we've got some presets as well. Okay, so I'm happy with that. If you wanted to play around with texture, now I have some textures uploaded already. Alright, so let's give some texture to his pajamas. So again, you can click on the color wheel. I have textures already loaded, so that's why this is showing up for me, my texture. But if you click on color and you click on my texture, so you can generate an AI texture, which I know has become a little bit controversial, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. So if you click on generate AI texture, these are all the ones I've generated already. And anything you can think of, it will generate texture for you. So let's see. What would he have on his pajamas? Bunnies? Alright. And you just click create. And there we go. There's some bunny texture. And you can close it if you don't like it. And maybe try again to look for something else. I'm not sure if I really like that one. I wonder if I close it and type bunnies again, if it will give me something different. Gave me the same thing. Alright, let's click save, and we can put some bunnies on his pajamas. There we go. Now you can also play around with glass for that particular texture, and you can change the position, horizontal position, vertical, and you can play around with the scale as well. You can make them smaller, huge, so that you can't see them. I think I'll leave it tiny little bunnies on his pajamas. Alright, so that's how I've been having a lot of fun with this. I've generated all these textures. You can see gnat, butterflies, all these things. I've been having loads of fun, and possibilities are endless. Alright, we'll leave the bunnies. Now with the textures, you can also load a texture that you have already on your computer. I don't have any, but you can load a texture. It's just a matter of clicking on load and downloading from your documents or wherever you have a texture, and it does the same thing as generating the AI textures. Alright, so let's close this. I'm happy with these bunny pajamas, and let's see if we can craft the pajamas. Okay, no, so it seems we can only craft these t-shirts. So you can craft tops, bottoms, and skirts. Oh, and necklaces as well. How do you craft necklaces? Okay. You can put different pendants on necklaces. Alright. Okay, so let's craft him a pair of bottoms. So obviously that's for the waistband. Alright, but wait a minute. We can't see the waistband. How do we get rid of this t-shirt to see the waistband? Alright, we'll just So we can make shorts. Okay, I actually like those. Alright, so once you're happy with what you've crafted, you can just save, and then it will be placed in custom for you, and then you can play around with colors as well. Give him some blue, subcolor. I think that's probably on the waistband, which we can't see. I haven't played around with the 3D printer decorations yet, and I'm maybe going to maybe I'll do that on the weekend, but as I said, I'm just having fun with all the customizations and the color wheels. It's just so much customization. Alright, let's go back to... I was happy with your body. Alright, your face. Yeah, your face is okay. We can maybe change your eye color. Make your eyes a bit bigger. Let's give you bigger eyes. If you wanted to make one side of the face a little bit different, you just need to untick symmetry mode. And for instance, you can make one nostril bigger. That looks a bit weird. Alright, let's just undo all of that I just did. I might even change your hair color. Alright, so to change hair color, you just click on the color. Alright, so let's make his hair a bit darker. This just has a base color. See, there's no other color. Some of them have like 3 or 4 different layers of colors. Alright, let's just make his hair a bit darker. And we're going to change all hair to match. Alright. Okay, I think I'm happy with your hair and your face. Body I was happy with. Shoes for this particular outfit. Okay, we had our lovely customized shirt that we made. I think this is everyday wear. I'm happy with that. What happened to your lovely pajamas with your bunnies? Did we just somehow get rid of that? I want the bunnies. Alright, bunnies are back. There we go. Sportswear. And I actually want to change his shorts. Alright, so I'm going to use one of my textures that I've already added. Some cherries to go with your bright red shoes. And I don't know about this shirt either. Let's give him a bright red shirt. You are going to be the envy of everyone in your cherry shorts and your bright red t-shirts. Underwear. Oh no, I think that's a swimming costume. Oh, these shorts again. No. Come on, let's give you something different. No. Okay, we'll go with that. T-shirts. Let's go with a fun texture. Let's put this pretty lady's face on and subcolor. There we go. Okay, well, I think I've done enough playing for now. I'm really looking forward to Friday when the full game comes out. I'm hoping my computer can handle it. The specs I have are just under the recommended specs, and my computer seems to be handling the demo fine. The build demo was also fine when I went into it. But we'll have to see with actual gameplay whether it can handle the gameplay. And I have not watched any gameplay, so I'm going to go in on Friday and be quite surprised. I haven't read up about the gameplay. I haven't watched any YouTubers playing the early access that they were given to test out the game, so I'm going in and I'm going to be completely surprised, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I can't even give this guy a name because you can't give him a profile, but I'm going to say complete, and I'm going to say save and complete. And hopefully on Friday I'll be able to give him a name. Thanks for watching. Bye.